Hello everybody, welcome back. So in today's video, I want to go over the Retrobat build that I've been working on, what its purpose is, and just go through some of the features that this is going to have. Alright, so let's go ahead and go through some of the settings and game list while I talk about it. So anyways, this build I've been working on probably for about the past month now, so it's definitely taking longer than I intended to. But what this build does is the focus is going to be on the online playing that Retrobat does make easier to use, which is also why I've chosen Retrobat instead of my normal launch box for this. One big issue is if you try to use Netplay when playing amongst friends, which is a great way to play online, but that's if you meet all the criteria for it. It's perfect. The lag, I play with people from around the world, and we have almost zero lag when it comes to these. The drawback is, of course, it's only going to be 2D games, so you're not going to be playing NFL Blitz through Netplay or anything like that. Also, game or racing, at least we haven't figured it out yet. It's really good for joystick use and Xbox controller style use, which this is plug and play for that, so you just download this build. This build comes in around 240, 250 gigabytes. Because the overall goal was to make sure that we can get this thing under 256. And that's going to make it towards able to go on just like a 256 gigabyte stick, and you can just transport wherever you want to go. And that's the point, to make this transportable, and also to where you can just trade it and use it with your friends. The more people you have, the more you'll get out of this build. So it's the Retrobat Lunatics, lunatic groups from Facebook. I created it. They helped me a lot with it. So that's where I'm hosting it right now. And a lot of people already has been getting some fair good use out of it. We haven't fully released it public yet, but we're fixing to. I've actually just put on the PS3 PlayStation. It's going through its final stage of testing right now, and so far everything looks good. Now, as the 2D games, like I said, only 2D games work. They go with the Netplay feature. However, PlayStation 3 has its own online play mode, and it goes through something called PCSN, the PlayStation Network, on how it runs through that emulator. And it works very, very good. We've test run the fighting games. We've test run MotorStorm, Outrun, so it works good. Saying that though, if you do want to optimize it and play these games, you will need to have a dedicated graphics card. I've used as low as 1050 Ti, and outside of 3 games on this list, everything else plays pretty good. Although the first time startup loading time can take a while, and that's just because of the graphics card. But once you get everything precompiled, which that's how PS3 does it per game, after the first time precompiles, it starts off quickly after that. But the games, I probably recommend at least a 60 version card, like a 1060. A 1080 would be perfect, and probably nothing lower than that. But if you're doing like a 1050 Ti or something around that level, the games you will have issues with is going to be, let's go through these. Diablo 3, this is actually a heavier, intensive game than I thought it would be. Killzone 2 can get a little bit jittery. Ridge Racer might give you issues. This is an intensive game. Samurai Warriors would. Turtles may give you issues. And I believe that's it. Probably Demon Souls as well. But everything else should run fine, and these play perfect once you're connected online. And whenever this final gets released, I want to have some videos on how to set up your Netplay, and that's going to come with the build. So just like my Uncle Rick, I'm also going to have setup videos as well. You're going to need to do a short setup on your Netplay just to get your Netplay name going, and the same for our PS3, which is what the PlayStation 3 runs on. It's not going to be too hard, but it does require a few extra steps. So I just want to make sure everybody, is comfortable and ready to do that. Okay, so anyways, that's a few of the specs out. Also, you probably don't hear any background music. I do have background music on here, and it's going to be in the form of like some popular hits from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s songs. So since they're licensed songs, I can't really show them on here. But I want to show you how to set up NetPlay, and this is really just a one-button process. Now, this is assuming that you already have your NetPlay name set up. So all you would do on the bottom, you see the options. I can just hit the Y yellow button on your controller, and do try to use an Xbox controller for this. It just makes things a lot easier because it's all preset. Me, I'm just using a cheap little $12 Xbox controller knockoff, and it works well. I just hit my Y button, and I'm already have a list of games here that I can try to join from people. Now, however, you still need to have things that are matching, and that's where this build comes in. And if you're using it with another friend, is everything matches up. Are going to have the same ROMs, you're going to have the same emulators, everything's going to match up. So all the games on this build is going to 100% be compatible. Now let's go ahead and try to jump into one of these games, but we might not be able to just because, like I said, everything's got to match. Alright, so first off, you see where, I'll break this down for you on what all this means. So the very first line underneath the game, it shows it's a build. So that's the person who's using it. It looks like their name is Build Engine Bro Server 2. So it's probably a group just trying to get their name out. Whenever you open this up by default, your name's going to be Lunatics/member. I would highly advise that when you change your name, you just change the member part to whatever. So that way, if someone with this build's looking through here and they see a name starting with Lunatics, then they would know that everything they have is going to be compatible. And also, if you're hosting a game, so it makes it easier for people to find you, and their stuff's going to work with you if you want to play with somebody. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to jump into Final Fight here. Now, I think from this person using this, they just host the game, but they really don't play it. So we should be able just to jump in and see the title screen. But you can tell in the lower left-hand corner if we're good, and it shows that we've connected. And we're just to their stage select menu, and we're just watching. So you can just watch the game. I want to get out of here, and I want to get in and try to join the game, and see if I can't take over that. So I want to join. And you can also set passwords too, in case you don't want anyone else to join. Yeah, so I can't do anything here. So I just have that screen locked for whatever reason. Let's try something else. Let's see if we can get enough match here. Well, we're on different ROMs. I highly doubt this will work because it's on different ROMs. When it comes to NetPlay, everything has to be the same, and that's the benefit of using this. And holy crap, we actually joined in. So let's try to play this guy. Alright, so we're good. And I gotta go with Dawson. Dawson is my man. I'm probably not going to be as good because I'm used to Dawson in Turbo. Dawson Turbo, I can spam the teleport move, but in Championship Edition, I don't have it. So I'll try to spam this at least. Ah, this guy got me. And I'll spam the Silga Punch as well. And he will need to do the jumping move to get toss him around fast. I think he's got my timing down. Ah. Alright, let's go one more round against him and see what happens.
Round 2, fight!
Ah. I really need my teleport move for this. Alright, lit his ass on fire. Alright, 1-1. I want to let him beat me on this one. Well, I mean, he could probably beat me anyways, but I gotta be able to continue. And it would just be shitty for me to, if I actually win, to just keep on playing or just leave him hanging. So, let's go ahead and throw this match so he can get back to his game. Ah! Alright. See that coming. Not gonna lie, neither did I. Ah, he was ready for that. Oh, and he got me. And then you can send a little message here. So my name is Member. Alright, so let's get out of here. And Apollo's his name. So it's always to, have good sportsmanship. Okay, now let's go ahead and try to host a game. So let's set up our Netplay first. So what you'll do is hit your start. We want to go into game settings. Go to Netplay settings. And right here you would just change your name. Again, I would just change it from Member to whatever your name would be. Mine, I would just leave that as T.K.S. Sitch. But again, what you name it is up to you. Relay server, leave it at New York. We've tried this around the world at very many settings, and it just seems like New York has been the most stable one to use. Everything else you can just leave as is. Of course, leave enable Netplay, because if that's turned off, then it's not going to work. And that's all you would have to do in your settings here. And then to start a game, we'll just go here. Let's just pull up a random game. Simpsons good. Let's start off with that. Hold your game select button. You'll bring up the screen right here. And you're going to go to start a Netplay game. And go to host Netplay game. Now, if you want to keep it private, you can always put in your passwords. So I'm just going to host one. And this is the 2 players Japan version. So if you're going to get 2 players on The Simpsons, then this would be the way to go about it. This version, I guess, fixes a lot of issues that the American version didn't have. And I don't know, Bart. And we'll just go through a little bit of stage 1. And maybe we'll have someone jump in with us. So we'll just complete the stage 1 if someone ends up joining us about halfway. Yeah, like Atomic Bomb. I don't think that was in the American version. But there's different versions of games on here as is, so you won't find a duplicate unless that duplicate is a different player version. So like The Simpsons, the Turtles, and the X-Men, you'll find duplicates, but that's only because there's going to be a 2-player version, 4-player versions, and on the X-Men we even have the 6-player version on here, which that is a load of fun when you get 6 people going on. And the reason those are important on some games, like Simpsons and Turtles, if you're playing the 4-player version, your character is only going to be set to the player position you're at, so you won't have the option to change any of them. So if your intention is to play just 2 players, then you'll want the 2-player version, just so you'll have the opportunity to actually pick your character. Alright, I don't think he was going to be joining me, so I'm just going to go ahead and get out of this. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like that first stage was wildly short. Alright, I want to go through my hacks as well. We do have hacks, and yes, you can even start a game online with these, but these will probably only be compatible with people using this system because these are probably very few games people will have. Now, even though we'll have the same icon here for Tecmo Bowl, if you look underneath the screen here, this is going to be Tecmo Bowl College Edition 2024, Tecmo Bowl Updated Super Bowl Edition 2024. We have Turtles Revenge, which is a very great reskin of Street Fighter. NBA Jam Rewind. Now, this is the Michael Jordan edition, so this is, if you're going to go arcade, this would be the way to go. NFL 94, this is the hack with the current rosters, and this has a pretty good base deal that plays it. Okay, so that's all the 2D stuff. Let's get into some of the juicy stuff now into the PS3. And the PS3, I'm not going to go over the setup process with you on this, but we'll have to go into the emulator itself, and you would just set up your username. That's for all your regular game saves, and then you would have your RPCN name, and that would be what you would be online as you're playing. And we'll play a little bit of one of my favorite on here is Outrun. Go ahead and get this started, and everything's pre-set up on this, so whenever you download this build, how you're seeing me go through it right now, no setup, it's ready to go. You can play it out of the box. Everything's going to run great for you. Hopefully. I mean, that's what this final round of testing is going through right now, but so far, so good on all the feedback I'm getting. Alright, now of course if you want to go multiplayer, first of all, if you're a client, if your friends set one up, you would hit your invitations button. So I would look, and of course I don't see any invites. But if I'm starting the game multiplayer, I just go here. Then I can join them. No, I don't want to join a match. I want to host a match. And on this game, you can get up to 6 racers all together. So that's pretty cool. Give me a moment here to get my bearings going. And you can change your settings here however you want. Now here I can send some invitations. None of my friends are online, so I can't really send anyone out. But if I did, you would see some names up here, and you can send out invitations. And once they accepted, then you would see the lobby start filling up. But since I'm not going to find anybody, I'm just going to go ahead and do a regular single-player game. And we're just going to race a little bit.
F40.
I don't want to take up too much of your time. Automatic transmission.
Automatic transmission.
Automatic because I'm a pussy. Alright, we'll go hard attack mode. I like hard attack mode.
Flash wave.
Basically, you're racing with your girlfriend, and she'll give you different objectives to do. A lot of drifting, a lot of car bumping. It's loads of fun. So we'll just do a little bit of this just so I can show this game off for you. Now, again, remember if you want to play these, you will need to have a dedicated graphics card. Some of these would still play without one, but it's going to be the very low. It'll be the low intense games, so I think Castle Crashers should work for just about anybody. This game might work for just about anybody. Probably all your 2D fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel Origins, that stuff should work for about anybody as well. Anything else, I would recommend at least having a graphics card. Like I say, a 1050 Ti or a 60 edition type of card. It's up to you. You can really just test this out however you want. This build is completely portable as well, so you can put on a thumb drive and just throw it onto another computer. My test computer, I toss it on. It does run the 1050 Ti, so that's how I know the capabilities of that with this. And outside of those, it runs crystal smooth. And this is not my best, not my best round of Outrun. So let's go ahead and end it right there. You can just hit start select, get out of the game. And that's how we do that. Now, also, I do have a Discord set up. I'll leave that link in there. And you can actually use the voice chat rooms. So if you're playing with a friend or you want to play with the group, you go ahead and get into those Discord chat rooms, and y'all can just have your voices set up through there on the phone. And it'll be just like you're communicating in the living room. And I'll run through that real quick on how that would operate. Okay, so this is going to be the Discord. I want to have the link down in the description below. The link will also take you to where you can download the current build right now. Now, this is a mega link. It's only 70 gigabytes, and this is the version without the PS3. So if you know you just can't run PS3, then this will be a great way to use this build. All the systems that come with this, a potato can run it, so you'll be fine. But yeah, if you are able to run PS3, then I will have that available, and it will be hosted by Arcade Punks, and will probably be hosted here as well before Arcade Punks. So I'll do an update video when that fully comes out. But anyways, we'll briefly go through here, and this is going to be the Retro Lunatics as well. Now you have two different memberships. This is going to be the base membership for anyone who just wants this build. So this is what you're going to have access to. We're going to have our welcome screen right here, and this just welcomes the new members in here. As of right now, just regular Netplay users alone, we're at 64. So hopefully that's going to increase, and we'll have some more options and available chances to play with people online using this build. We're going to have our basic rules here. Don't be a dick, be respectful. Rule number 3. Now, if you want to become a full member of this Discord, we're going to have a lot of other channels open up. So once you do become a lunatic member or verify that with me, all you got to do is just message me here in the Discord, and just let me know what your name and lunatics group is, and I'll get you upgraded. And then we'll have more channels open up, a general chat here. And I think as of right now, that's all there is. I've actually gone through and cleaned up a lot. So we're going to add a lot more lunatic exclusive stuff on here. Mostly some more builds. So right now, this is what we're going to get. Let me go ahead and get back to Netplay users. But also all the Uncle Rick stuff as well. So if you do want to keep updated on Uncle Rick stuff, you will need to be a lunatic member as well. Announcement. Just anything I announce will be through here. I'll probably have an announcement here pretty soon whenever the new PS3 version of this launches. I score. So Peter Drady's done a great job of keeping up the score system in Lunatics group. So we have all these games that we play. See if I can open one of these up without closing the Discord. Yeah, so you can just come through here, and then you can play the current game that's open. It looks like right now we have Nerf Arcade, and you can just get your score set up through here, and it'll automatically populate here in the Discord. Here is just a general help chat, so if you want to talk, you have questions, you shoot it right here. Now, yeah, it does look like I have this closed up just for Lunatics, so you can view the channel, but you can't join this until you're a Lunatic member. Because once you go to Lunatic, then this opens up, and then you can ask just any questions, whether it's just a general emulation question, whether it's something with Uncle Rick or this build, just whatever preference. Now the Retrobat online resources, this is going to be where you'll find the build. This is going to be, like I said, the non PS3 version. It's currently available and people's having a lot of fun with that. Click it, download it. It is mega, so do make sure you have a subscription or you know the little VPN trick away around the queues. Builds and tutorials. So this is a tutorial video on how to set up your Netplay, but I've already showed you in this video how to do that, so you can watch this if you want to. Help chat. This is just going to be anything concerning this build. I mean, you can ask questions in general, but you can just come through here. If you have any questions on a build, you can just ask a question here, and I'll do my best. Or someone else in here will try to answer for you. Now, active Netplay lobbies. This will show you the current games going on right now, so you can see if Lunatic member is actually hosting one. You'll just come here, click on this link, and then I can scroll down. And it shows me all the games currently going on right now on that's going on RetroArch. And of course, if you see any one with the lunatic names, then you know you can join that one instantly, or at least watch them if they have enough players queued up. Now these are going to be your matchup lobbies, so you can just come out here, chill out. These are going to be your text groups. And then the public lobby with the mic is going to be the voice channels. So yeah, I can just switch to my voice and we can just all hang out here. So this is going to be the general public area. Right here, I would advise to use these if you do connect with somebody and you want to play and join a room. And you also don't want a bunch of extra people share the same room with you. So you can join one of these lobbies, and that's what these numbers right here means. So we can only have two in a lobby at the same time here, and it shows you how many's in there and the free spots. 3, 4, and then party lobby 8. You get the picture. So let's say you're playing a 3-player game, then you have 3 mates with you, you and 2 other people. You can just jump into here, and nobody's going to bother you, and you can still chat and game among yourselves. Even if you're 3 players, but you got a 4th person with you who just wants to chill with you, then go on and take a 4-player room. And if you larger parties, we have the 8-party member here. Right through here is just some YouTube channels. So of course this is going to be my channel, Perfect Storm Gaming. Pretty cool guys to watch. This is our lunatic group channel. We just post a lot of stuff about competitions up in the newest games that PC or Techno Parrot releases. So a lot of good short setup videos through here. And this is a Blamcom. He has a lot of cool tutorials on how to set things up. So that's the Discord in a nutshell. Again, I want to have that link in the description below if you want to jump in on this. Oh yeah, and we have our arcade leaderboard. So there'll be some benefits on the more levels you reach. Basically, to earn levels, you just participate, comment, just take part in the Discord and you'll gain more levels. To higher your levels up, the more channels or downloadables that you can unlock. And of course, a blacklist, these are going to be from people that you really don't want to do business with. So you have Uncle Rick right here. And why? Well, Rick's not real. He's just going to steal your money and your Lunchables. Okay, so I want to end on that note. Hopefully, some of y'all will get this build, and hopefully, I'll see you online, and we can get some gaming going on. Okay, y'all have a great day, and I will catch up with you next time.